Ya Allah!
Oh ya Allah, kau tinggal aku! Ha? Aku yang cakap kau jangan pergi, kau pergi juga!
The video playing just now is the footage of Mr. Ali abusing his wife. The show Pandemic is the name the United Nations has given to the rise of violence against women over the past year, and while the abuse of women long predates. This time, women around the globe have taken to the streets and are raising their collective voice to say enough. Who trust Siti Hajar brings us. Here, we bring Dr. Amirul to explain about what are the factors associated with violence against women and what are types of abuse towards women.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. I'm Dr. Wan Amir Hakimi Biodinan, a domestic violence specialist. Thank you Ms. Hajar. There are many factors associated with violence against women such as history or exposure to violence, disagreement in marriage and also communication problem between partners. Besides that, male sexual entitlement ideology and weak legal sanctions towards sexual violence also contribute to this violence against women. Talking about types of abuse, I can list a few of them. Firstly, we have physical abuse, where the wife being beaten by their husband. We also have mental abuse, in which women being spoken to cruelly and forced to do what their husband want. Next is financial abuse, and don't forget about sexual abuse. So I think that is all I can share during this session. Thank you for the opportunity given to me to talk on this issue.
In the set, we have Mrs. Shuhada as a previous victim of abusement. Okay, Mrs. Shuhada, what did you do to keep yourself safe from your husband?
I resorted to divorce. It wasn't exactly my first choice, but my now ex-husband was very much ill-tempered. Whenever I disobeyed him, he would utter harsh words and sometimes even hit me. So as to avoid that, I used to just follow whatever he said. But things got out of hand at some point. I couldn't handle it and I filed for divorce. I reached out to my family, of course, but they couldn't really help as much.
And the final question is, why was it hard for you to get out of an abusive relationship?
Some people think it's because of love, but when he kept on hurting me, that was already out of the question. Divorce is frowned upon in the society that we live in, and I was mainly worried about my child. I didn't want him to be criticized throughout his childhood, and I wanted him to have a father figure, but then again, the one that he had wasn't really great, so I just did what I had to. It was a very hard decision, but 2 years later, here I am, very much content, healthy, and having no regrets.
Next, Ms. Aisha will discuss further on the current issues of this violence against women in Malaysia.
Thank you, Ms. Siti Hajar. Kuala Lumpur, a total of 9,015 cases of domestic violence were recorded among the community during the Movement Control Order (PKP) that implemented nationwide for the period March 2020 to August last year. Minister of Women, Family and Community Development, Datuk Seri Rina Harun, said PKP to curb the spread of infection was found to have a profound impact on the economy and social of more than 32 million people in Malaysia. She said it was following the statistic of the Royal Malaysian Police PDRM on the incident of domestic violence for 2020, which was 5,260 cases compared to 4,905 cases in just 8 months in 2021. Datuk Seri Rina Harun said most of the cases were due to economic pressure and the stress of life, so that some act to injure their spouse or family members. Commenting further, Rina said the ministry is still continuing the initiative to support victims of domestic violence. She said among the initiative is to continue to open the 1599 Talian Kasih and expand efforts to promote complaints online, including in WhatsApp. So if you are a victim or witness of this domestic violence, you can directly make a call at 1599 Talian Kasih to make a report on this issue.
Thank you, Aisha. It is necessary to involve efforts in which reduce aggressive incidents in intimate relationships as a whole before they occur and focus on changing social attitudes, raising public awareness and at the same time introduce new values in society. Siti Hajar reporting. Thank you. #kita jaga kita. #we love UPM.